In this day and age, cell phones have become an essential part of people's social lives. More teens and kids use their phones for communication instead of talking face to face. Everyone uses their cell phones every day, including myself, and a lot of us don't realize the effects that they have on us. Cell phones have become an addiction, therefore, people need to get more face to face interactions. We will look at the effects that it has with not having a lot of face to face communication and some of the ways to fix it. First, we'll look at the effects that lack of face to face communication has. According to a survey by Pew Research Center, 72% of teens text regularly, and 1 in 3 send over 100 texts per day. A lot of things we used to do have changed. For example, if you wanted to order pizza, you would just pick up the phone and call. Well, now they have online ordering and using their apps to place their orders so where you don't have to talk to anybody. Another area where there's a common problem with communications in relationship. For older generations, they didn't have social medias and smartphones to be able to text and contact and stay in touch. So they had to go see them face to face and be together. Well, now these new generations, texting and social media become a dependent role of their people's relationship. According to a survey by Pew Research Center in 2015, it was said 92% of teens that had a romantic relationship spend their time texting their partner. From personal experience, being in a relationship that texting was the main form of communication, this was probably my most unhealthy relationship that I've ever been in. And I even got the breakup text. But I'm not alone. 27% of teens with relationship experience have sent the breakup text, and 31% have been broken up this way. That statistic is very startling to me because that one should be done face to face so you can understand and be able to express your feelings without getting in a typing rampage. Another problem with face texting is that they do not have the nonverbal signals like the way you're standing or your facial expressions. So therefore, the messages can get misunderstood easily. One of the problems with texting is that it encourages rapid fire single sentence thoughts. So people will send messages that they will feel uncomfortable saying if they were in person or even doing in person. And people who grow up texting will have a harder time communication in person. And also that texting is the complete opposite of face-to-face because it's rapid fire and face-to-face isn't. One thing I've noticed is that teens do not understand the consequences of using their cell phones and spending all the time on it has on their personalities. What I mean by that is in texting, you don't have to worry about correct spelling because you have spell check, autocorrect as well. And then with grammar, no one really cares about your grammar in your texting. And people who grew up texting have poor writing skills than people who regularly communicate using grammatically correct sentences either in person, over the phone, or via email. And this can become a problem when people are trying to advance their lives. For example, it'd be like applying to prestigious college or getting your dream job. According to Zon Vines of GoodTherapy.org, many employers complain that entry-level employees have no clue how to send a business email or communicate properly to a superior. Now that we looked at the effects that this issue has, let's look at some of the problems that we can fix it. And one of the ways is to unplug for a day or even for a weekend. Instead of scrolling through the same 5 apps that you have on your phone or watching a bunch of makeup tutorials or DIYs on YouTube or even watching video games on YouTube, you can spend time being outside, enjoying your life with your friends, family, or significant other. You can live your life. No one likes to be a hermit inside, not unless you're an introvert. Another way is part of the relationship is to see your significant other as much as possible. I understand that being long distance is tough and that makes it extremely difficult to see them face to face. But if you platforms like Discord or Skype, you can have the webcam capabilities or even your cameras on your phone to be able to see and hear the person, to where at least you can talk to them and be able to see their nonverbal interactions that they have. And if you don't have any of those, you can at least pick up the phone and call them, to where at least you can hear you can hear them, to where then you don't misinterpret their messages. Another way is that when children are growing up, the parents should limit the amount of technology that they get when they grow up. Pretty much don't give your kid a tablet at age 5 and expect them to have good communication skills. I did not get my first cell phone until I was in junior high, probably about 6th, 7th grade. And that wasn't even a smartphone. That was just a flip phone with no internet. I didn't get my first smartphone until I was about a sophomore in high school. And that just shows that this day and age, technology is getting more common, therefore kids are getting it earlier, but there are so much problems that can happen with that. Cell phones have become an addiction, therefore people need to get more face-to-face interactions. We looked at the effects and the problems, how to fix it. I understand that technology is going to become all over, is becoming the new normal. But however, we need to remember how to communicate without them. Thank you.